We all know Gentlemates and the lifeline that they're trying to create for themselves to stay in VCT EMEA, whereas Team Heretics, they're trying to go for a flawless run in this group, especially after beating BBL last week.
Saw it there on the screens as well. The pick rate now up to 15%, which is on par with the other regions. Getting a little bit more Viper is nice as well. A double smoke set up towards mid means that Mini is already a deep embed, and they fail to clear him. Makash in support, and with that, Gentlemates have 3 kills to open this first pistol round on their defender's side.
And they have control of Spike. This is brilliant. How does Heretics even begin to get this back?
Gone through re-ends. It's a deep clear left side, double stack to follow it up as well. Gets spotted, and there is Vikash. And just sort of see where's the head at with Karod. They only played it once domestically, as you can see here. It's not the best start.
It's a bit of a weird one for me as well, seeing come back on a Marshall rather than Outlaw. It feels on the amount of games that we casted of him, he was always picking up, was either an Outlaw or an Operator, and that's going to do well for this map because you'll get on a line and be able to shift Gentlemates over towards a heavier side of the map, and that's exactly what's happening here. You look towards the defence, they're starting to move through mid, clear that out in the mid round, and well, with a player seen through A main, we see Prox put on notice. He's found Benji, and the rest should be easy enough, combining with Kamek and Mini. Heretics have no way into this A side.
Completely splitting the execution as well. It was rigged from the start. Another in-zone flawless for Gentlemates.
Team Heretics will need to be careful of, especially when we look towards this next round, the bonus round.
And I think that's something to keep in mind, right? Gentlemates aren't an empty threat. There are no free wins. We saw Heretics and BBL go blow for blow over 3 maps to a decider. Spike now starting to make its way over towards B. As you can see, Heretics grouping up in this area. Those thorns I was talking about before, placed by Mini, will have value as the round drags on. They can stall out this push. There's no second layer. Benji arriving in the area of mid soon, but does he turn it into a lurk? There's not going to be much time to make this one work if you're Heretics.
Time to jump.
Only 2 players here, nobody close. I mean, come back all the way over towards A. They're heavier on the other side of the map. The delay is good here.
Fantastic. Hitting the 20-second mark, and only just now are Heretics starting to breach the choke and get into the site. Vekash playing around the back, and with the Guardian in hand, he lands the first shot. Quick trade out in effect on Kamek, but Vekash will not stop. He's got himself a quad. Sharp shooting from the Frenchman. Gentlemates yet to drop a round. This comeback does just spot the first of the Heretics players. The double controller is really strong, and if Heretics aren't dealing with that utility early on, they are going to struggle with these late executions.
That player's close by, but doesn't win out that fight. And well, you look at Heretics and the positions that they've found, they're catching players off left, right and centre. There's players off screen finding kills of their own. And well, it seems to be easy enough in the end as Gentlemates go and grab their 4th in a row.
See them as it's a really early timeout from Heretics, as one of them, on average, mechanically best teams that we have in this region. You think of a player like Kamek, for example, Vekash, who's played Duelist before. Comeback coming in as one of the hottest prospects, and Prox, of course, too much of a difficulty so far.
Yeah, and I think that's even highlighted through the last round that we saw. It's about the positioning though, and well, you look more specifically Gentlemates, is both players being highlighted. Mini Blue flashes himself and has the TP out, and Woot's trying to support. He got that space there, or at least confirmed it, kept control of it, and even gets more as Prox is out the game.
Yeah, the double duelists having their way with things on the A site as it opens up. Still Mini floating around in elbow. This is a problem. Gentlemates have players in strong positions for the retake.
That they do. I mean, having to retake with a knock, but it is comeback of all the players to do it, so not really doubting him as much, but doubting Gentlemates' chances in this round, certainly considering that Team Heretics now 2 players to the good. Mini finds a gap,
no one looking
to make it work. I can't quite grab more than what he's needed, and comebacks up.
Save.
Okay, has to throw in the white towel. It will be Heretics' first round.
Bleeding this Vice utility, you have to make the most of it. His ults were really key in setting up a lot of rounds against BBL. Something that Heretics are really good at doing is their execution of set pieces. And heading into this next round, there are more ults available at this time.
Comeback still hasn't died, even though the last round was lost. That's another thing he's always been good at. I mean, hasn't really got a load of engagements, but as that paranoia comes through, he's still good for a kill. And the players of Heretics, well, they're looking to descend upon this site, and well, they'll finally give comeback his first death, as well as Kamek is thrown from the board as well. Psych in control, and Gentleman's pretty late to the party in this one.
Mox will just be trying to contain as much space as possible here. Heretics already starting to look towards spawn side. There's a flank coming in with the Nightfall and a full belt of utility for Vikaj.
He's looking to contest Team Heretics' tenure on this B site, but as that clock starts to tick away, and not a lot of players hit by that ultimate of the Nightfall, yeah, you can imagine that this would eventually be the decision as Heretics get another round on the board. And
to that Abyss run-in comment that I made earlier on, they only had one chance to show it off before then playing it 7 times at Champs, and that's going to be the question. You know, are they just trying to experiment a little bit here with Waylay? So we move on. The pit's still in play for Kamek as a judge brought out this time, and once more, Heretics incredibly direct.
Just to elude the thorns that was but at the same time, look at the position that Gentlemates are holding on to. It's pretty regressed, and Vikaj, well, he needs to be careful. Slimed in the gap to work with, and now it's just up to Benji, and a 1 versus 5 and nowhere near the spike. I think this is just going to be another Gentlemates round.
Time in Tier 2, and after the first week, I have to say, pretty disappointed with the performance. Usually you would see his first blood, first death statistics be flipped the opposite way around. It's not too often that you see him struggle. Champs Mag final, that is.
Exactly. Well, Gentlemates have very forward control through mid. That's came through mini, so there's the long range support all the way at top mid, but it's not going to be really that much helpful, especially if there's a smoke dropped ahead. Well, Team Heretics are going to go and try and clear this out after the wall drops.
Kind of makes you assume that Mini's in the corner. The way that the wall was placed, there was a slight pocket. He gets cleared this time. Heretics will not make the same mistake that they did on the pistol. And this is something we wanted to see from them in the next round. A little bit more mid-control. Start to pressure different areas of the map. That split towards B could be much more effective, but only if Woot holds up his end of the bargain. The spike now solo trying to make its way through, but Miniboo's done his job.
Need to be careful of Kamek up top here.
Looking out from the heavens, and he's going to find Rians as well through the pack. 3-on-3 situation. Comeback could be there at a moment's notice with the high gear, and the ult invested from Crocs means that it's effectively a 3-on-3 when this spike goes down on site.
What does this post plan look like for Heretics though? You look towards where the player's positioning is, and it's not the best.
Crocs trying to play out.
They're still worried about top mid here.
His teammate in tower, Comeback, like you say, it's part of this perimeter on spawn side. It's only Benji who's been designated to hold this area, still holding on to a snake bite of his own to try and slow down the pace, but it's the Viper on the other side. 3 from Kamek, and now Benji needs 3 of his own to go one better and clutch it out. The plant is good for his spam, but he cannot deny it. It's Kamek with a quad. And yeah, the defuse just about coming in from Comeback at the end. Okay.
Well, we're there in Ascension, but I mean, the fans certainly enjoying this spectacle.
Hazard and Cairo's big day out to Ascension 2023.
Oh, no.
After all of those Apex wins.
Let's go!
Quite like ours. In the sense that he was dying a lot first. And sure, that's fine if you can trade him out, but you have to see that value. Gentlemates did really struggle with advantages against Foot, and they could be onto another one here. Boo in the spawn, deleted by Kamek.
Yeah, this is looking pretty easy, and the fact that when the rifle's off the board as well, I mean, right now, Heretics, they're trying to force their way in, and Gentlemates are just forcing them back out.
Bring them down.
Yeah, I mean, this could potentially get scary. Couple of kills, keep it close.
I mean, I could potentially win the lottery, but that's not going to happen.
Okay. Well, Woot has the convergent paths, and I fancy his chances more than yours. Kej's Prowler takes quite some time to travel down the rails of the mine shaft and make it towards the site itself. The shots aren't clean, though. They are on the Gentlemate side. that will be number 7 secured, and the advantage on the half, the defender's half.
And that's almost to be expected now when we speak of trends and how this map has been developed, an in-zone flawless. He's continued to be pushed away, and we're going to even get the convergent paths coming through. That's Woot from main, and well, the players haven't been hit by it because you look towards the positioning, it's towards CT.
Yeah, Woot was just waiting for Boo to arrive a little bit late there in main so they could actually take the site together. With the spike only just now going down, means that Gentlemates have cleared out most of mid, and Benji's here solo.
Yeah, he is. He's even able to get one, so advantage towards Gentlemates, and it gets even better. Those primaries won't be able to be used, it will just have to be pistols. Well, Miniboot has his, because he TP'd into the site, but it doesn't work out. An advantage in which you are assured that Gentlemates will be able to finish out. Boo trying to play around his own smoke, and he's only good for one. That is now 8 for Gentlemates.
Getting the fans going. Familiar faces in the crowd.
Yeah. He's doing a job right now.
I don't know. I think Powell's just there to take notes.
Specifically attack side, he's not going to get
One of the reasons why they looked brilliant on Haven before. It's a brawl about to break out in A main. The pit's dropped. Choke out the attack for a little bit longer. Still, Gentlemates keeping players inside this, pushing forwards.
There.
I like it though.
Instigating.
Yeah, but the thing is though, I was about to say, you need to be careful, Kamek though. He doesn't even need to double check the positionings. He's
Gun here.
cleared everything out. Woot now reinvestigates close to that pit, and I mean, Gentlemates have got everything they want. They've receded and happy. That's Heretics, like where do they go now? They're trying to explore towards that A link, but I mean, more for starting to go towards the top side of the map, right towards that top mid.
Yeah, and look, B is open right now, so if Miniboot puffs his chest out a little bit, plays confident, takes the space, they can contact all the way into B, move it to post maybe, but the issue is, in a 3 versus 5 with just one rifle, you're kind of looking to hunt out a kill. Create a bit more difficulty for Gentlemates.
And for Heretics here as well, when you look towards what the setup actually looks for the Vice here, that wall holding on towards CT, I mean, Woot will completely get round that by dashing up. Well, there's the wall found as well. So that's 2 players towards CT. I imagine that Mini would have held that dash as well, so there'll be some sort of information to work with.
Yeah, and that's already showing a little bit of the synergy between the 2 duelists here, the flash into the tower space. The Gentlemates know that this site was left entirely unclaimed. It has to be fully cleared. You can't overlook this.
He can't. The crossfire is good for the first. It's good for 2 actually, but that's all it's going to be. Re-ends now. Down on site. The Sheriff is hitting. It's hitting! And there's only one left. It's Kamek.
Time.
He's stopping him from getting round, and yeah, exactly. All he needs to do is take him off the spike.
He's done it.
He's doubting him. He's doubting it all, and well, Kamek can't get onto it, and it'll be a Heretics round.
A 3 versus 5, no less. A Red Bull clutch in the end from Rians. The Sheriff finding its mark. This was a nice opening piece from the defense, but I have to say they felt quite static after that point. Happy to play for the retake on B. But Woot's aggressive positioning and the support of Miniboot puts Rians in a position where he can punish you. I spoke about mechanical ability on Gentlemates. Heretics, they'll go pound for pound with you.
Yeah, 100%. And if they can get this last round, that completely saves how this half looks. Still ultimates to be used here. We saw how they assaulted the A side with that dimensional drift last time. Kind of Miniboot taking the space and then Woot following that up. And while Gentlemates, they're focused more towards mid, and I wonder if that's because of that.
I think this is how you have to play mid on Corrode sometimes. You can't just brute force it. You need to wait for a moment to take your timing, and for Miniboot, unfortunately, that is cut short. Mini playing on the site as the bullets ricochet off of the wall. Placed by him. It's a huge paranoia that cuts away as Prox will spam through the smoke and find his 3rd kill of the round. Another 4 versus 2, an advantageous position for Gentlemates, but they will make no mistake this time. Shots in the dark as Comeback is looking to end it. It's Kamek to do so instead. Another 9-3. It feels like attack on Corrode in EMEA right now has just not yet been solved.
Yeah, well, will Pal be able to actually take those attack side notes? We'll find out, well, when Gentlemates get their chance at it. Hopefully we can get more attack rounds won, but we'll only be able to see that after this break.
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
And that seems to be a promise for all the Gentlemates fans here. We head into the next, well, the first round of this second half, most importantly.
Next pistol. Kamek, the point man of this excursion through middle. The kill leader as it stands, the Viper, which we hadn't seen any of till today in EMEA on this map.
Who actually gets the first contact, Paranoia used, and at the same time, there's a push activating through E-Line.
Very slow play from Mini and Main at the exact same time. All of a sudden, it's only Boo left here, and he is cornered, playing up close. His own smoke, back to the wall to avoid the Horde, but revealed by Vekaj, and he'll sign on the dotted line for the kill as well. Kamek caught in the crosshairs, Rienz catches him and keeps it even. Just one man off now.
Look at the players coming through, back through. I mean, there's two through Link, and then but you've also got to be looking at Miniboo. He's going to be so late to this party, and time's ticking away.
Such a long rotation as well. Just no gate crash available, I suppose. Vekaj walking away with 3 before Rienz trades it out, as he does the Sheriff for a Ghost this time. Comeback alerted to his countryman's position, and with it, an execution. Miniboo last left. The clutch, no easier this time. Comeback has his mark, as do Gentlemates. Back-to-back pistols on their pick of Corrode.
Yeah, I mean, they are going to put themselves in such a good position now. The utility as well to break through the chokes was absolutely spectacular.
One enemy.
I mean, Heretics just cannot live with Gentlemates at the moment. I don't think anybody can when it's their pick.
Maybe just a preparation thing. They do seem to come in with an arsenal of ideas, and this time it's the mid-wall from Kamek, playing to restrict the field of view, increase the fog of war of Heretics.
Toxin screen down.
As you can see, they're just respecting whatever it is that might be going on right now, and for Heretics, because they are down at a sum of 10 rounds, it means that some purchases feel necessary. Miniboo brought out the Marshal here and is hoping for a headshot.
He's also paired with Rienz, so obviously one Sheriff Bullet and one Marshal would be enough to take a player out, but there's many walking up towards this spot, and well, Rienz won't be able to help out Miniboo here because he's relieved of his duties.
Partnership immediately put under stress, and you can see Benji moving closer to the link position. Opted against the reaction into main, and is not going to win the head-to-head either. Kamek claiming his opposite number. The #1 Viper in the server so far, but Miniboo would like to take the best Euro. It's an open vacancy as far as he's concerned, but that's a nice starter shot.
Maybe a conversation for later, but the conversation for now is how do Heretics get back into this site? I mean, maybe that paranoia that Boo has.
Catch just the one player on site, and Boo can't find a single target here. Vekaj in the corner, nothing getting past him at the moment. So consistent round by round, as Gentlemates are on their anti-eco. Heretics put away without a problem.
And well, this is the most important round. I mean, last time Gentlemates were able to win out the bonus. You look at Heretics 5, there's 3 light shields. That's not really that convincing at all, especially when you consider what Gentlemates are buying up into, right? You've actually got a Phantom they've picked up. It's actually crazy that Comeback has decided not to get an outlaw.
Yeah, he has slowly been deviating away from it. We've seen a lot more Marshal from him, but right now it's all on the shoulders of Benji. Up close and personal. Comeback whips round the corner. Tokyo drifting but not finding anything.
I like this mid-round in as well as Heretics look towards mid, and well, they've even seen procs.
It's a strong reaction, and immediately, as soon as the defense takes that mid-space, Gentlemates feel like they'll have to re-clear it. So many angles to consider. The wall will assist in that endeavor. And that's something else to think about as well, the importance of these split executions. Because of Benji's wall, he's already used a lot of toxins to defend B main, so he can't really afford to cycle it again.
There's a big question mark towards that top mid, but with the arc throws being used, there's confirmation. And that confirmation is also confirmed by the rifle of Woot. At the same time, this still gets a little bit dicey with that entry through B main.
Just completely opened up the site. Prowler catching Rians, but he's looking for that second player.
It's 2 1v1s as well.
Completely split up. Here's the reload. Knows where Prox is. Still just falling foul to the potential of Vekash, who rounds the corner and finds his. Boo has now the 1v1. Boo, been so good for clutches in his recent form and finds one which keeps Heretics in the game.
To peek there, but does anyway. There was a trade out, and well, it does come down to that 1 versus 1. I think this is unfortunate, the comeback. The way he whips around the corner. I mean, it really is just a dicey round in general in terms of the gunfights taken.
Nice, well, let's go!
Gentlemates now starting to scale towards A. In the meantime, 3 Heretics players close by, mid left open. The one deposit is Vekash. He will soon be arriving with the rest of his team.
Who's first up here? There's a player close in support. That won't be many Boo, and we'll at least get the trade to keep the advantage firmly in the defence's favour. The spike is being attempted though, and I mean, nobody's there to contest it.
And Heretics have kept a lot of this ground as well. You still have Boo playing elbow.
Gentlemates are going to go investigating, seeing if they can get more space, and they will do successfully. Boo now noted, and Mini will get him. We're back to a 2 versus 2.
Of those players on the Heretics side, retaking around the corner. Prox pushed to the wall. Mini is the late dagger in the back. Benji finds his and spins around to try and find his former teammate. Mini looking for the jewel and winning it. That will be 12. And a clutch for old time's sake from the former Enterprise player.
Yeah, giving him a reminder of those 2023 days. But again, we have to bring it back towards that buy. We spoke about it being a swing round. And now Heretics, they're forcing up Stingers. They've only got 1 rifle. This does not look good. And with Gentlemates being on 12.
Bro. What a night jail, bro.
Yeah, with Gentlemates being on 12, you can't help but feel that might be Heretics on death's door.
Nice slow down.
Over the top, nice set piece. Brilliant, in fact. Even aware of the third player, which he will find. Fantastic call from Heretics to attack. Previous attempts at it
10 seconds left.
maybe been as successful. Here, Prox not even going to be able to keep the Phantom to end the round. It's upgrades for Team Heretics. Just the one, in fact, actually. Some repurchases will be required. But this was really nice. Slow's comeback, jumping mid-air, nothing you can really do. And the paranoia from Boo as well. Setting up the play, and even with the classic, it's
if you get one, bro, I will go naked here on the stage, bro.
They want to go.
Just looking with this Outlaw. A couple of angles to consider. Quite a bit of responsibility for him here. Rifle wall goes up. He wants to disrespect it and is rewarded for it. Mini dropping. That's also the Vice removed as well, so immediate reaction. Prowler coming through B main, just checking for any players there. That's where the wall would usually be. Heretics leaning into a heavier A-side setup instead. But Mini Boo is all they need. That'll be number 6, and this scoreline is about to look eerily familiar to what Gentlemates faced as their decider the other day. That's unless Vekash has something to say about it.
Time to work within an ultimate as well. Got those 2 prowlers to clear things out, but 3 bodies are on this spike
30
here.
seconds
I
left.
mean, look, if he wanted to invest the Nightfall, you hit all 3. It's your choice of the site. Heretics have to gamble. I don't think he's feeling too confident in his chances, though. So it will land 12-6.
Well, this next round, when we look at what's available for both teams, is going to be a spicy one. You've got the Whaley ult, you've got the Nightfall, the Fade ultimate, as well as Mini Boo's Euro ultimate. And then
Nice,
in
good job.
response, that B site looks fairly open right now.
And as the solo duelist here as well, with just the initiation of Vekash to really set them up on the site, how much influence is he going to have on the play? Heretics playing for a full retake, still yet to suss out the positioning of Prox, who is late at the bottom of mid. And that Omen ult now just calls into question almost every position on the map.
Playing in a little off angle in heaven with that smoke that's gone down, but that Viper's Pit is being called through right now, as well as more ultimates, and many of exactly those where Karmic is, but he can't capitalise, but still Heretics come out on top. Oh no, it's dropped in the worst moment, his Woot now walks in towards site, but they can't find procs, and that's the biggest problem, is he's up on heaven, and a chance to drop in. The smoke has allowed him the chance, and that's Boo's smoke. It's worked against his own teammate. His procs walks round, Boo doesn't have notice, doesn't know exactly where he is, and well, he'll be able to find him through the box anyway, but does he have enough time?
Yes, he does.
And there you have it, it will be 7 for Heretics.
Oh man, an absolute nail-biter of a retake in the end. Miniboo clearing out so many positions at the cost of his own life from this ultimate. Also saw the convergent pass invested, but Kamik keeps the fumes up. Finds 2 kills back. It is quite chaotic here. He's very lucky as well, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Fox just can't close it from that elevated position which he held since the ultimate. And it's a new group. I think that's something we need to mention with Gentamates adverse to Heretics. Maybe you've not been in this position too many times before. How quickly can you learn to turn those around?
One player to be watching is come back this round, and it's because of that overdrive, but it's quickly shut down. The paranoia from both sets of Omens was good enough, but now here we go, the reinvestment, the re-clear, it's good enough, and well, it's left Mini all on his own.
As a Sheriff, 2 players at 150 HP in the distance, willing that they live a little longer. It's a Vandal in his hands now, though.
Health doesn't matter if you can just tap the heads with a Vandal.
He does still have the Arc Rose out in the yard, so if he can find a way onto site, there are tools at his disposal. Another set of vines.
Retrieving flash.
But unfortunately, he doesn't have eyes in the back of his head. So that means that Benji will shoot him. Dead where he stood, 12-8. That the eco, but still, Heretics brought down to their last 2 players.
Well, we're down to 4 rounds. Miniboo bringing out the op for the first time on this defense as well. Spicy in the end. Still felt a little bit comfortable for Team Heretics.
Nice!
Even there, Kamik, it's all in on mid right now.
Time to jump.
A lane on both sides to with Miniboo's reinvestigating. He's got no more TPs after this one's gone. So that's the last bite at the cherry, and it's a good one. Kamik off the board. And that's no more Viper utility for this round.
To 2 as well. Shooting a little delayed through the crowd of players, finds a target. But for me now, the play you've got to be looking at is comeback. Still alive, hasn't had too much effect on the round so far. Very quickly dismissed. Here's his chance, set up by the paranoia, and the stun to the corner keeps Rien's back to the wall, and comeback finally claims it, but Miniboo quad collapse, and with that, he does go traded. 2v1 Vekaj, and Boo hasn't closed the gap in time.
Paranoia hasn't had, and there's a chance for Vekaj in which to work. A 1 versus 1 to finally get this over the line. But the audibles have been heard by Boo. He goes up high and wins it out. He should have had a chance there, but he'll certainly take it. We go down to 3.
The missed TP from Boo. I'm pretty certain he wanted to go on top of the hut there so that he could drop down and kill Vekaj, but he ends up on the box in the middle of sight. The Frenchman can't find him. 25 and 13. Kamik 24 and 12. But Miniboo's off a highlight. 2 points of health, and he walks away with 3 more.
The question now starts to creep into Gentlemate's minds, right? The dangerous position on the map where it's going to be used.
It's Woot over on this side. Part of that 1-2 punch, saying he didn't want Miniboo to be under too much pressure to perform on the duelist if he were to take up the mantle, but now they'll both share the stage. just him on the front lines though to fight back in and making it look like a masterclass. So many players caught, 2 already executed. Creep up from mid and the saturate landing.
One enemy
Woo on
remaining.
for more. He's
Spike
gonna miss
down
out on
A.
the ace, but the work is done.
That'll be double digits for Team Heretics in which to work.
Up traffic at a zebra crossing when Woot is in their face.
I know everyone compared Corrode when it first came out, when we seen the map in terms of the outline. In terms of like, oh, it's kind of similar to Split. I didn't expect it to actually be like when Split came out, when it was just defense side after defense side.
And here, just following along from Woot,
Yeah, it's lovely.
allowed to isolate duel after duel and gaining the information on the final couple of players.
3 Stingers now move in towards B main, but as we know, Woot's ready to go.
Here he goes
There's another
again!
set piece! Unfortunately misses out. Paranoia not working with the saturate this time.
On both attack and defense. That's what he'll be tasked to do here, and should catch the audio of the ult on Prox, but no free fight.
Knows that he needs to at least get 1 before he goes. 2 would be absolutely spectacular. Mojrem is there. Here's the 1 instead to get the kills. That's 3 now. And well, it could have been more, but he can't quite finish it out.
1-2, boot, it's a knife out. Oh, huge opportunity, and Vekash will land it. This wall, I mean, this is their own wall blocking them from getting to the B side.
Time.
How much time is there left? I think they've got it.
Yeah, I mean, it will be very, very close.
10
Mini
seconds
Boo, all
left.
he needs to do is deny the plan.
No time. No,
yeah, I don't think he's going to be there to deny that.
Absolutely not. But the one advantage that he does have is that both of the Gentlemates players are below 50 points of health, so that Phantom now can really chew through them.
And also has 1 flash. The Arc Rose that was in the Vice could use is in main.
Doesn't
And
know about
Mini
the
Boo
second.
makes that Phantom hit. And well, he'll get the kill and make it 11. We are within 1 between these 2.
Miniboo rallies the troops. Another round which was cut incredibly fine. It's the Gentlemates fans trying to get behind their team who are fading away. No success from the setup this time as far as Heretics are concerned.
30 seconds left. 30 seconds.
But we've got the max amount of rounds. And what will look to be Gentlemates' best opportunity to convert one now.
And this group is a very interesting one, considering the form that teams are finding themselves.
No looker.
Doing a thing.
It's keeping players B main as Wu dodges the reveal.
He uses their own smoke against them and is allowed to keep this space, so we'll be able to tell the team to lean heavier towards one of the sites, which it looks to be B. And there's also a TP set up so that we can see Mini Boo take a fight and get out.
Towards this left-hand side where Gentlemates have had the most success up until this point, but Heretics have caught on to what that idea may be. 3 players waiting for them as they breach the gates under the arch into the arms of Mini Boo, who's found yet another ridiculous play. A quad kill, an in-zone flawless.
sides.
There will be more from Corrode.
And what a way to send us to overtime through a flawless round. I mean, right now, Gentlemates need to be scratching their heads. How do you even reset after that?
Since the Grand Finals win, or should I say, not won more than 1 game in a row since their promotion.
Where are you?
Come back, waiting for his opportunity, heard the TP, and will win that fight out. The defense, once again, at an advantage.
It's a clean opener as well, and come back on the amount of health he has. Sitting outside of body shot range, Miniboo has been an absolute beast the last few rounds, but once more, it is this attack side, so it does feel like whoever can crack the nut first and find a round on their offense should be set up to win. And with Heretics having the momentum at their backs, charge is beginning to be made towards A, but this is just fake pressure. You can see the spike still on Boo. And with Woot in main, should be shifting their focus in just a
30
moment.
seconds
and
left.
It is the weaker side that they'll be heading towards.
I mean, there's not a lot of utility on that site either when you look at it. Vekaj has one Hunt and a Seize. He's used both Prowlers, and on top of that, when you look at Mini, he only really has one of those thorns on the floor. It's all up to the gunfights, and Heretics have won them. That spike
10
will easily go
seconds
down now.
Yeah, no one there to contest it. And they fortified this, now starting to push elbow.
They're going even further. Looking to send this one home. They are finished with this. Finished with the games that Gentlemates have been playing. And Prox now having to face what looks like 3 towards the CT spot.
Rian's dipping away at just the right time. Difficult clear. Prox has so much on his plate. It's overtime. You have to go for it. And it's just not possible. Gentlemates, a 9-3 half pistol anti-eco conversion, which they led from, has slipped right through their fingers as Heretics pick up an attack-sided round at the first time of asking. 9 in a row.
Nice! Let's go.
It's crazy to think about as well, the fact that it has been so long, nearly a half's full of rounds that they've won in a row.
But this is why they're a top 2 team. And this is exactly why we wanted to see them play this map, because we've got a spin on how they want to set up the defense, the attack. Sure, could do with a bit of workshopping, but who doesn't at this point in time?
Exactly the point here.
Slow down.
Players being noted through the Fate utility, the paranoia. Help! What? He doesn't even need any more help. Does it all himself. That spike still towards bottom mid as Gentlemates now look to try and get the numbers back on their side.
Still held by Boo, gonna get caught by the stun before he can teleport out. Drops back Paranoia just to reinforce, and now with his brother by his side, Gentlemates are making their approach on a site which is ready for them.
I mean, Heretics are distracted by elbow. Gentlemates are already on site.
Spike goes in,
Spike planted.
Mini's hands busy. The face of this final stand of Gentlemates could be falling at the first bout of OT. A 4 versus 2 for Heretics, and it gets no better for the mates. Comeback already dropped down to 27, needing to go huge and only walking away with 1. It's all on the captain now! And they can't withstand the pressure! Big games, big moments. A team like Heretics will always be there for the fight. And from the brink, they battle all the way back.
And the worst part right now is this is just map 1.
In the same stage this year. In fact, that goes all the way back to stage 1, 2024, when they fell at the hands of BBL.
That was the last time that they've lost a group game in general, right? Which is crazy to think about.
It's a ridiculous statistic. Someone who's always been top of the charts whenever we've spoken about them is Comeback. He is towards this B side of the map. It's actually Kamek that has to take the fight first here. Gentlemates yet to lose a pistol so far in this series. The opening one on defense here is important.
Yeah, Heretics looking to break through on towards the site as there's players trying to spam in, and Gentlemates are the team that get the next 2. And well, they're doing well at this moment in time as Heretics are just getting completely cut down. And a great way to start your second map and bounce back.
A slight bias, I suppose, and for Gentlemates, it's about stopping the rot, because if you think back to the map that we just saw, it ended up being 11 rounds in a row to the scoreline of 14-12.
Time Heretics as they look to an A split by the looks of things.
Yeah. Woot is just going to be dashing right on top of Kamek's head with the shorty, round the corner, can't get the damage in, so it drops to the melee, and that's no better. But Benji with a classic is a different story. There are upgrades here for Heretics.
Yeah, this is going to get worrying. Vekaj also stepping out from heaven has been noted. The
Spike
working,
planted.
but instead we'll get the kill. Spike down, and now you could be looking at Boo's judge here if the players drop down from heaven.
Player
Did get
standing.
revealed though, that makes life difficult. Benji's classic needs to try and find 3 more. Does get 1. Makes it a triple, and means that it's minimal returns for Gentlemates from their anti-eco.
Yeah, it's expensive. That bonus won't look as good as what it has in Broad for the most part.
Heretics also getting a plant, so an extra 300 creds per player. Honestly, it's more just the status quo than anything else right now for both teams heading into what will be the bonus for the defenders. This is where he will find most effectiveness. Stepping into the role of duelist in this Gentlemates team, he replaces Click, who previously had plenty of resources dedicated to him on previous rosters, but found it very difficult to be as self-sufficient as he needed to in this division. Come back with the op here, we'll be looking for that, but it's all about Wu! You felt like there might have been a trade going, but even the third player in can't stop the madness.
I know it's only the third round, but there will always be doubt at the back of Gentlemates' head if anything like that happens, any disasters go through the round, and well, investing in towards an op and losing it so early will not be good whatsoever. You look at Kamek and Prox and what they have no way of getting those big weapons, those big buys back.
We've already got to the point where Gentlemates will be playing for exit, so you've got to keep tabs on what the ults look like as well. Woot will be moving no closer. We'll bring into the next, but seeing this from Woot's POV, it's so quick.
I don't know what it is, but his turn of form recently has just been absolutely sensational.
Woot. Good job.
And it's come at a great time for Heretics as well as they start to make that charge towards champs. I mean, you can't forget the heartbreak that they went through last year, and I mean, Minnie was speaking about it in terms of how it looks like a different Heretics in general. Well, they'll need to show it here in this round as Gentlemates show what they're made of.
Not shying away from those fights either when they typically hadn't been going their way so far in recent memory in this series. Many a time where you think back to their debut, it was what, the Phoenix, the Yoru. In terms of this play, well set up by Vekaj. Something else to mention about how this team is working when you bring in someone like him who has that experience on Initiator. With the Hunter's Fury here, maybe we'll be looking for a bit more of the same.
Well, let's look towards mid though, as that's where the majority of this next scuffle will probably take part as well. Woot's looking to be sent in, but that flash was not good, and in fact, Comeback's even been able to get one of his own and get out. That's Benji gone. So the control all throughout the map will be lost.
Fight's looking a lot cleaner for Comeback at the start here already.
It's a lot more convincing. He'll be used to being able to move through the map as he wants.
Exactly. The head-to-head with Zeus going against him, one which he's faced many times throughout his career, but here is Woot on the other side, yet to duel him, and wins out this time. Yet to win, I should say. Minibu does find one back the opposite way, and B looks open for the taking. Comeback in with a shorty, but punished. Minibu so quick to find that kill. Pop his own ult and confirm all three players are retaking from spawn.
Yeah, and now Team Heretics have all the information they need to set up.
Brilliant paranoia back through. Mini already with 3 kills under his belt, on for yet another ace. Back to the site. He's yet to find his first ace this stage. There's been so many quads, that's not going to cut it here. Rien's without utility, nothing to set him up. He just has to take the timing as they're double towards stairs. Finally coming in from Ali, the football echoing its way through. Rien's getting the first, now in a position to try and clutch this against Vekaj. Looks to draw the bow, but doesn't, and time is just not there for the Frenchman. His side will fall, despite the fact he finds the kill. And Heretics make it a 1-round game.
Listen, keeping it close. Heretics doing well to fight back from a deficit once again. Comeback looking a lot more convincing in general through his defensive jet work.
It's then that little bit of discipline though as he takes that next fight.
Yeah.
It's the advantage lost. Coming back into the retake. Such an important round here though when you look at the money for Gentlemates. They have ults to play with. Vekaj still holding on to the Hunter's Fury. Kamek now with the null command. He will find himself factored into the A setup. The question is, when does he rip the ult? And are Heretics in a position to bait it out.
Heretics have done this play before, where they get the TP to try and take shot, instead denied through the null command, and plenty of
ults.
utility being sent through that Hunter's Fury, finding a kill eventually, and it is Benji once again that falls.
And a tag onto Wu, so big damage, and as the null command finally stalls out the
30
remainder of
seconds
this
left.
push, Heretics are doubling down, and the rotation has been made.
Do they use the TP as well? No, it's going to be destroyed actually by Prox and Shot, and as the players now start to scale slowly onto the site.
Barely any time for this play to happen. 10 seconds or less.
seconds left.
That's factoring in the spike plant. Kamik still from hell, looking to snap onto a couple of targets, only finding one, but
enemy
Bekash has done
remaining.
all he can. It's Rians in another 1v2! Oh, and he's not gonna make it land this time. Can't quite stick the final shots to Mini.
Yeah, I got far too close for comfort. The operator will be rescued. And that'll be brought into the next round. The Gentlemates just managing to keep themselves above the water here and not allowing Heretics to equal out the round count.
There is not much oxygen in the lungs though.
This is something that like Gentlemates, Heretics have done a lot in terms of how they take A. If you go back and watch it,
They have sort of cobbled together this buy and just about been able to muster it up. Heretics have nothing beneath them. Is the blades out for Woot again though? Bekash dropping back to a deeper sight hold. The Nano's there to stop the push through lane. First off, already broken in logs. And the first shots landed for the Gentlemates. Woot's still alive with the blades though. Overlooked a little bit in the drone, chance to line them up. Woot knocks them down. That's huge. Now a 3-on-3 and guns to be collected.
and the players in CT try to activate. They're not going to be given a chance, but Boo finally picked up, and it's a 2v2.
Woot still staying active, trying to use Rian's ult as a distraction. Played in to go ahead and pick up another. It's the Vandal in his hands instead. All goes quiet. This was an eco for Gentlemates, but they're making it damn near
One
close.
enemy remaining.
It's on to Rian's once again that they must rely. He spotted Prox's positioning and taking the duel head on. It's Prox on home soil that can move Gentlemates even closer to a scoreline of safety.
Yeah, this is now starting to get a little bit of breathing room between the two teams. I mean, the back side looks like a fortress until Wu is able to cut it open entirely. Team Heretics make it nearly theirs.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the 1 versus 1 doesn't...
Yeah.
But for Team Heretics right now, it's another slow start. We have to say it for what it is. That was also a factor on Kuro. They turned things around there, and here it's another pacey play. They like these quick bursts. They work well for them. Woot with the entry, come back. Able to walk away with two though, and Prox, again, the man we were just speaking about, here in support.
The thing that gets worse for Heretics here is they need to take shot space because of the lockdown that's available.
Exactly where their priorities lie. The neural theft just confirming it. Mini only finding one, and now the 1v1. Boo thrust into another clutch situation, of which he has been very credible so far.
I mean, he's good for it,
Spike
but
planted.
Bekash coming in does have an info dart to reveal sight and find out where Boo is not, or where he is exactly.
Also gives away his own position in the process, so Boo posted up in Speedway, ready to react at a moment's notice. Still no tap on the spike. Bekash actually considering pathing the other way around, but just reconfirms he is as clueless as he is in this position. Still yet to route out Boo.
I mean, there's a one way that he can use.
But he's not going to need it. It's just the timing taken. And Bekash, through the corner of the wall, will claim Boo with seconds to spare.
And now they will at least be even on the defense. And the big thing about it is Team Heretics, that's straight after their own timeout.
Double kill to kick things off from comeback as well. The rest of the team doing their job on the A hold. Nice idea from Heretics. Both sides acutely aware of what the battleground looked like with the ult in play, and this from Bekash just tracking through the wall.
Bro, but come on, just pick me, brother.
It's the kind of moment which you need if you want to beat a team such as Heretics.
we go, comebacks, iconic outlaw back out again. This man loves a scoped weapon, and typically when he was on eco rounds, he would even swap out the op for
the outlaw.
Yeah.
Maximum punishment. These rounds are the ones which do feel a little bit more like a guarantee, as Woot has smoked for Miniboo. He's TP'd into it, come back with no bullets in the outlaw, gives away that information to Miniboo, who uses a second gate crash to get out.
Yeah, created a question mark in which Gentlemates will need to clear, but his Heretics try to clear shot. It ends in disaster. And now, well, there's only an exclamation mark towards that A site. Where does Rienz even go? He opts to go and pick up an orb, and 50 seconds to play with here.
It's another strong start from Mates, though. And they know exactly what it is at stake for themselves. This group stage is absolutely everything. From Team SBG in the French League until now, to say it in French, je ne sais quoi, stopping them from getting those last couple of rounds to close effectively, because that has been a problem since kickoff. As
it's big information finding through the drone. And now, Heretics, well, they've been seen towards A, they've been seen towards mid. If you were guessing, man, you'd say it's probably going to be that A split. But still, no decision made. Heretics are still looking towards this mid spot.
And Gentlemates have no real extremity control here either. Sure, you've got comeback on that line A. It's very passive towards B, so they light up middle with the reveal, looking to instigate a fight, but Woot has shut down the catalyst Kamek. He's gone. Vekash gets one, at the very least in transition. And with time starting to wear thin, the lockdown coming in on the B side means that Heretics are going to need a change of plans here.
Benji's going to be a joker as this A hit starts to come through.
Oh, but he's been taken out immediately by Mini. Come back in on the blades, prefers it over the outlaw, picks up his first, and jumping around the mid-side box. It's Vekash's ult that will keel over Rienz to claim an 8.
And Crowed, 8-2 and an equal for Team Heretics. They were able to bounce back in that map using this exact sort of situation. At the minute, Gentlemates do look absolutely dominant.
Gentlemates, Apex, both of the promoted teams in their final year of the guest slot, which they both respectively earned from Ascension. I feel like it's just a story that hasn't really got going yet, as it's an immediate sight hit from Heretics here. Ult's invested, Mini walking away with 2. Fighting the front lines as these duels are going on in Boathouse. Man advantage for the defense as Miniboo lowers his head and allows comeback to claim. But
surely not, right?
It just doesn't feel appropriate, and Prox up some hope. And if this is against one of the region's bests, then that's where you start to wonder, what does it look like against a roster a bit more of their caliber mid-table, I guess.
His brother looking.
Nice,
maybe expecting a
boys.
flash.
Open.
Potentially.
I mean, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself.
You can't, and that's what I'm talking about, man. It's like the whole Apex fan thing.
Yeah. Listen, let's no
Don't
more
count your chickens
Yeah,
before those eggs have hatched.
100%. Heretics get pretty much all this space for free and able to destroy the alarm bot without a contest.
Gentlemates have started with 4 players towards A. The difference is this time they're looking to be proactive and use their protocols to take main space once mid is conceded.
Yeah, there's players here in which to fight, and it's that A play that we'd talked about before through shot. And the player in main should be easily collected, but instead no, Kamek holds on, and this site, it is still Gentlemates. Heretics have not been given the chance to take it.
Brilliant play from Kamek as well, just cordoning off main, still the suppression coming through. Benji in the corner, can't do it, that's 10.
It's come back once again. We will find out after a short break.
They'll be in a position to discover it here, Gentlemates.
Yeah, and Boo can easily backfill this space if they want to fight through market.
All 5 players.
Yeah, this is looking like it's going to be an explosion through onto B, and that's exactly the case. Rienz and Benji look to collect themselves and play together. Is look to dig in on lane. I mean, they've got the first. Is there any more in which they can collect? There is, but eventually they're traded out. Miniboo collects the advantage.
It's brilliant work. The double up lane is very open to the stairs push, but still giving them an advantage. Quick rotation. Mini gets one more. Now it's Kamek to clutch.
It's been good for them before in previous games, but in this time round, they won't be given the chance, and it will be Heretics this time to win the pistol.
Watching some of the Heretics comms videos, they have a very clear system of how to set up those situations and really play as a pair, and that's what you get from being together as a group for over 2,800 days, as we were saying. All focus on that area. Mini does very well on the Sheriff here. Another agent which you're happy to spend the full 800 credits on and go without utility.
Nice!
They opened it up last time.
It's interesting to see as well that Miniboo is sort of playing exclusively for this rotation. Very often you'll see the Yoru really pushing the envelope, taking that extremity control. Perhaps when we get into financial range for Heretics to opt into it, we'll see it. That can very quickly be put under duress, but Benji's bursting at him. And Rienz is cleaning up, so it's an in-zone flawless.
As heavy as it possibly could be.
I love that you let them get the chant in every time.
Yeah,
as well.
Got to. Well, let
Do you know all the words?
Yeah, I do.
Go on then.
Mates.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah.
Nice from Benji. I mean, looking at the timeline here, could be 10 defender-sided rounds in a row. Really not seen too many attack-sided collections today. And this one, well, it's Mini all the way back in spawn. 4 players trying to dash into B. Benji opens his cage for the setup and is supported. Quick rotation Miniboo once more. Trades 4 on 4, but Rienz is solo sight.
Made the Sheriff work, we know he can, and well, he's actually escaped in towards Boathouse. Well, they can hold on and get at least one. He has! That paranoia is brilliant!
Down, B.
And now we look at the advantage in which Heretics can potentially get this over the line. Spikes in Rien's hands. And how does Mini try and get this round in his favour? He's looking for the first engagement all on his own, but he's already been brought down to 5 HP.
3 players falling at the hands of Rienz. He is, in my opinion, one of the, if not the best players in this league at just stalling out a sight hold and being kind of like that second in most of the time with the recon dart on this Sova. And no one digs him out of Boathouse. Back to Sheriffs. A bad buy for Gentlemates, which is looking to get punished here. Timing doesn't matter when you've got 2 bullets.
Feels as if this match has maybe come at the worst time for Gentlemates, considering last week and now considering how this matchup looks. We'll be looking at a 4-round deficit for Heretics to work with once this round is going to be over.
Heretics are under no illusions that they don't have too many rounds here that they can afford to concede.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that the bank is building up. There's a sense of comfort about it. They've had those tough conversations.
And I think that's the biggest part about Heretics, because in games previous, rounds previous, we would see their heads go a little bit. We would see like rounds go out of control, whereas it feels very, I guess, mature in the way that they're going about and very disciplined.
Like, it does start to become a feel-good moment for them, I suppose, as they are looking to top the group yet again. Have to consider the games coming up, like you said, both Book and GX. Final couple matches, teams that they will have to face. It's another solo sight hold, and hold on a second, maybe there's a chance here for Gentlemates. It's a weapon recovered, goes into the hands of Kamek, plant for him, and he's just one away from the ult. Mini has his own, comeback is low. How much work can he get done?
This is all questions that we'll surely get the answer to, but it's more the utility for me that can set come back up.
Not expecting it.
It doesn't even need it. Now, Wook tries to make his way through lane, and Heretics are pretty all over the place trying to come back in here. And well, it's going to end up with it being easy in the end. There was a chance in which Gentlemates could have worked, but they couldn't make do in the 1v1s.
And as we mentioned before, the key word is complacency. You cannot be complacent in those situations, or Gentlemates will punish you. And it also calls back to the mechanical ability that everyone has. I mean, come back there even on 4 points of health. plays a bit scorched earth.
I think as well for me, like when we look at this matchup, there is no doubt that both teams can shoot, right?
Yeah.
And
Nice,
when
guys,
we
let's go!
start to,
On the stage in Istanbul, had to make one more trip home before.
I mean, Comeback has played on this stage. Good entry though, and we're actually going to get the Hunter's Fury in as well to try and get an indirect trade. It's not coming through whatsoever.
Just carry that on a little bit. It's the reps though. He had 2 games, the lower final and the grand final,
How did the grand final
which
go?
he starred in up until the final map. May I remind you? But if we're talking results alone, something has to change for Gentlemates here. Time ticking on away.
You should run.
Minute mark hit, and Benji, aware of the fact that there is an ult placed in main and they've got to try and fight it. It's Comeback who leads the resistance as Rien still wants one final swing at this, but the Phantom will not find anything.
Just be careful though, because Boo, I was about to say, Boo does have smoke. Players all low. All it takes is a spray down and it brings it down to like a 2 versus 1.
It was a great recon in the end. And this is something we've seen Gentlemates do a lot on rounds. Doesn't look like we're going to see too much off the bat.
Simplification is certainly what it looks like Gentlemates are going for in this round, with 5 players outside of B, and very quickly ultimates being used. It's both that were in the pocket of Gentlemates, and well, the first kill actually goes the way of Heretics, and they've not considered this. Miniboo playing within the smoke, Rien's through the cage, and well, they've activated at the right time. An end-zone flawless, nearly, but what it is going to be is a round win.
The rush from Gentlemates, and now that is problematic because you've thrown 2 huge ultimates into the fray and it has returned next to nothing.
One enemy remaining.
And in the same motion, Heretics had barely any money.
Right here.
TP from Miniboo has now moved over towards the A site, and should Heretics be put in a position where they're forced to retake, his ult finds so much value. Sure, he has an op in his hands, but you expect the shorty in pocket as well. If he can get on a line early and find a shot that doesn't hit the legs, then maybe it was the first kill of the round.
Well, the players now feel as if they're forced to hit towards A through market, and Rienz stands there waiting. Benji Fishy, it's a duet that has worked many a times on this site, and well, there's the extra information through the camera. The recon bolts even assisting on that, and it's starting to work in a delay because Gentlemates are stalling out here. They're worried about where the players in backside could potentially be, and it continues to go Heretics' way. It seems to be an absolute whitewash before Kamet finally gets another kill. There's time ticking away. That spike needs to go down soon, but instead it's the remaining players that hit the deck.
Benji and Miniboo doing so much work. The Cypher set up to slow things down, and the Yoru op just flying around. This was a nice one before the trap, but the big concern for me on Gentlemates' side of things is that the scaling is just so slow when they don't have those ults expendable to them. Is that a tell that Heretics want to try and play with? They are still in position for this A hit, and Benji's Cypher setup has moved over in support.
Comeback's taking that extra space through Treat as the players now start to make their way onto A for Heretics. Most importantly, that being Woot. As the players try to come in, Boo pops in the smoke and will gives away a rifle that Gentlemates can potentially work with, and Benji doesn't hit the shots that we know he can. Now this gets even more worrying for Heretics.
Still, Miniboo and Woot alive in this retake though, and with one flash and a fake left. The recon and Rien's as well, they're just trying to set up the jet.
Yeah, it's worrying because you are having to retake with the operator. That's the other thing to note. And well, utility's being destroyed at every moment. Heretics are running out of time. It's starting to decay away, and that's the round, not even the position that they're in. Woot does good though, and is there a chance? Is there a chance in which to win? He's making it doable! 6 bullets in the chamber and a player to support him. It's Rienz playing Overwatch! And that's round 9!
And that's Heretics' never say die attitude. A man down, they walk into the retake with the kind of confidence you expect from a team in the top 2 of this region. Looking at how things opened up for Gentlemates, it felt so good, but then comeback starts to drift. The smoke placement to isolate from main and find the two players hell, which end up disjointed, is world class. And then the positioning on the right side as well to make sure that Vekash has no chance to get on the line. It's just spectacular.
And again, I have to bring back that conversation about Gentlemates and their mentality. Yeah. You could doubt yourself. You ask the questions, is it going to happen once again? It seems to be 2 rounds between these two.
Yep, and 2 rounds which could very quickly swing out of control.
Yeah, and
Gentlemates with barely any money.
I mean, you look at the control on the map, there's not a lot of it either. Mid's in Heretic's favour.
Steps being heard. Woot spotted the shoulder. Cloak and dagger. Rox has been eliminated. All coverage of smokes lost for Gentlemates in that opening exchange. They get nothing back in the process.
All the forces are starting to align through towards A.
And this is what we've seen from Gentlemates. Grouping up as 4 or 5 players and trying to make that direct hit happen. Heretics already 3 players towards this side of the map. The bodies are there. They are ready.
Firepower as well. The goal button has been pressed and the players in. Miniboo now known about, and well, still even in terms of trades, but finally Heretics will put their opponents to the sword. Maybe to the knife, depends on what gun Woot wants to use. Doesn't hit the next shot.
Time is a resource though, Cairo, and it's one which is quickly running out for Gentlemates. Sure, you can go for the plant here, but Heretics are ready to flood.
Yeah, they certainly are, and they've already got rid of comeback, so it's up to Vekash, who's been good for a clutch before, but will not be good enough here. That's double digits for Heretics. That will be 1 round between the two.
On a 10-2 half. On a 10-2 half, and it's Heretics breaking into double digits now. Gentlemates just have 1 to show for. Comeback got a bit unlucky catching a headshot on the fadeaway into the site, but...
Nice! Let's go, guys!
Hunter's Fury either side. Omenalt's also available. Heretics just besting mates in that department with Benji's, but these are all real non-starters. The bigger point at hand is that we've seen the shift in setup yet again. And Heretics have brought 2 players to market this time, where Gentlemates like to explore their usually mid-round. It's a much more straightforward approach. They are back to the A hit.
And it's a lot more open.
But the drone has just cleared out mid, so now Heretics will be feeling a little bit more antsy. Recon into B main, that's been cleared. Starting to look like an A hit. Boo should anticipate this. Can't get out as he's suppressed. 10 toes down. Playing in heaven. Oh, coming in to support, but the spike is still not planted, and Boo is here.
Still not cleared, and now everybody from Heretics is starting to get close to flooding back in, and we look towards Vekash. He's nowhere near the site, maybe looking to play through as a late win condition.
Stack of players facing towards heaven, but still Boo remains overlooked, and that's where he could have sprung to action, just the one which you'll find, but the flash is perfect from Miniboo. Sets up the rest of Heretics, who are running riot against the mates now. The game is tied 11-all,
Team A.
and I have to say, I just can't see Gentlemates finding the rounds they need to stay alive in this series.
Yeah, I mean, that's it, right? The doubt seems to be far too much. It would take a monumental effort to overturn what is potentially been
The flash.
one of the greatest back-to-back comebacks that we've seen.
Like I said, those feel-good times are back for Heretics. Not only have you beaten a team which could have brought a surprise package, but more importantly, are at the kind of range that you should be putting away comfortably. But they've done it backs against the wall in back-to-back halves. Sure, the pistols need improvement. And sure, those attack sides still look no better. The job isn't done just yet. One final opportunity with some money here. They're walking into Woot. They're walking into a world of pain. He's found 3 already, and the op is still hot to trot. Finally, Vekash responds, and it does go to a 2v3.
There's a moment to rest, a moment to change up your angle of approach, but all the information still known about for Heretics. And they've reset their own shape. One player on A, one player on B, and one player holding on to the exit from mid.
Because of where Miniboo is right now with that trapwire hit in market, he'll just be looking to collect a little bit more space towards B main, most likely. Such a difficult position to try and clear should Gentlemates want to head in that direction, but right now, they're just looking for a pick somewhere, and they find it. Comes in the form of Benji. Boo does retaliate. It means Vikash needs to clutch once again.
See if he gets past Miniboo.
Yep. And that's the positioning I was talking about. He pops out at just the right time. 12 taken for Heretics. The most ridiculous of comebacks in back-to-back fashion, queued up, sparing any kind of mate's miracle, which I'm finding it so hard to believe in at this stage in the year.
I mean, the crazy thing about Gentlemates as a team is that they're good enough to create such a large gap, but they're just missing this final component, this final detail, which would unlock so much for them.
Get out of my way.
The new gen of mates and what could be their final face in VCT for now. Trying to pull off some kind of great escape, but Heretics seem to have this one under lock and key. First kill already picked up by Woot. Comeback finally responds through short. Tree taken away, it's a concern for now, but those concerns could be quickly settled.
Very quickly indeed. Heretics, you look at all those bodies in heaven ready to bust out in flood.
Gatecrash did get destroyed, so Miniboo is just going to be running straight out onto the site here, but not without Mini. Finding 2 kills and the lockdown online. Time pressure increasing, but Heretics excelling from these positions. Not to be. It will be another overtime.
For these fans as they all celebrate what is their second round in this half. We go once again for another 2-round shootout between these two.
It's now the same conversation that we had on Corrode. Who picks up the first attacking round? Heretics started in the same position previously, but they have lost their streak this time. 5 players walking up B main. It's into the Killjoy setup, and Vikash pairing Mini. Come back in close proximity. Gentlemates are ready to receive Heretics.
That they are. Well, as Heretics come in, there's nobody going to really stop towards this initial switch. Heretics now slowly work their way towards the site where there's a double stack waiting, and it's deadly. It just continues to be, as we look at another potential flawless round, and it's denied by Miniboo. Are they? That's the question. As they start to now look towards B once again. It's only really up to Vikash to fake out towards this side of the map.
Yeah, actually using the shock bolt to break what would have been the potential trap wire, but everything goes quiet on this right-hand side and the push doesn't head into the A site. The penny is dropped. Heretics know it's a B execution, but it's Benji and Rians.
Yeah, it is. And unfortunately, it was Benji that got caught by the knife, so the traps went down. And well, so does this backside hold. As Benji's caught as well. And Gentlemates in prime spot to finally finish out a map.
They're all over them. And now, with just one more that they need to pick up, it's a 4 versus 2 into the retake, Op again for Woot.
Yeah, that's the hard thing, is that Op is going to have to try and find clean engagements. And you've also got a late win condition in the player in main. That is Vikash. Team Heretics look to try and clear everything out, paying attention to all the small details. As Vikash rounds the corner, he catches both players, and Gentlemates will finally get their mark.
There it is. Took a while, but Gentlemates are now going to take this all the way to bind. Make no mistake, Gentlemates are in it to win it now. Mini showing how capable he can be, and as the Viper in this setup, very often you're going to see him away from the rest of the team. It's Prox instead this time, forced to control the short space as this attacking default once again begins towards the B site.
Heretics putting priority towards getting the long orb, and well, utility there as well as they come back to Hookah to re-clear. At the same time, there's a little couple of players starting to stretch their legs from showers.
And like I said, fresh tape on this map. Heretics are so well prepared for this A finish, as it was against Foot. So they clear out all of the control in showers. Gentamates previously opting to plant back sight, and Kamek with the spike on his back might just be looking to do exactly that, but it's the fight on Boo that he's wanting to take first.
Just to note, there is still one player outside of showers, so I think Gentlemates want to go and finish on B. The players now know about it, but it's still Heretics to trade to an advantage, and that's 2 players to the good now.
Benji potentially caught in a pinch here as well. Back to the wall of Hookah means he's a very difficult clear. The timing is on his own terms and conditions. Between Mini and Comeback, though, it's a 2 versus 4 situation. Benji only needs 1, if that.
Next to his wall, but does get caught. So, something in which Gentlemates can work with.
Now let's look at the retake. Where's it coming in from? Already a semblance of it from the attacker side of the map, traditionally, and as Comeback is getting ready to clear through elbow towards spawn, they have an idea of this, and such advantageous positioning. Mini really aggressive though.
Yeah, and he's not got a lot of health to work with either. Needs to be careful and not leave Comeback all alone. But as the players jump out, they're caught. Mini now left to his own devices as he tries to catch at least one clean fight. He won't get it. Heretics will win the first pistol on this map of that specific map. The opening pistol.
I suppose that is true.
I could have said it in a better way.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's all good. We're learning here, as are Gentlemates. It was an attacking round which...
Interestingly enough, Comeback has actually been forced on towards an outlaw with heavy shields. Unfortunately for him, every single player on Team Heretics have heavy shields, so there's nobody going to be within 1-shot range.
They set up to flush Gentlemates out of showers, but the orb has already been picked up. Grouping to send this A-ward. Default Viper wall, they can scale quite comfortably behind it, shifting up. No real information. Boo would be forced to face check.
Back in a flash.
It's into that outlaw that we highlighted.
Dash has been activated, and well, Comeback is going to be able to get the first here.
Gentlemates with ease making their way into lamps. Heretics giving that respect, dropping off, playing for a truer retake, and with Woot finding that kill and getting a double reveal. The players are behind the wall, unfortunately enough for him. Missed shots by both players. Woot finally getting it with a better fire rate and bigger magazine.
Yeah, it's a bit stinky in the end. Woot, though, knows what he needs to do, and there's plenty of delay here to try and deny the spike plan. In the end, Heretics will have 4 up and available for the next round, or 4 buys at least.
Yeah. Case may be the same here. Nice opener from Comeback, and like the Mini on our team was saying, the talent team, we need to see Comeback in hot form if there's any chance for this Comeback to... They have the lead early.
Vekaj needs to be careful as there's players peeking into him. He's not really managed to get a lot of damage off. Instead receives a little bit, and well, Gentlemates will look elsewhere on the map.
Both Viper Orbs going down at the exact same time. But 3 players stacked up here, and sure, Benji low on toxins, so...
But as many Boo's outlaw that was facing down, it's Comebacks instead who gets the kill, and now he's one off of his ulti.
And Mini Sheriff, no problems. What a shot! A flick onto Rians. Gentlemates 5 players strong, barricading the B site into post. Heretics will throw every last gun they have at this, but it is not all too much. Gentlemates as well, sort of sending it mid-round here, where previously they had executed quite late. A lot of teams. Very strong utility combos available to them as well. And they would really like to get some of these ults online. It's Vekash to farm up the last couple of players. Comeback 1 off of the convergent path. That outlaw has been striking to open up rounds. The last couple. Now.
He's actually taking a pretty aggressive angle on it. Jump spot on him will be seen as the players now look to try and gain that space. Rien's taking a long line of sight, doesn't get the kill that he was looking for. Woot will elsewhere.
Such a big duel to win as well. The Prowler just reconfirming there is no Gentlemate's presence outside of A, not least towards the Showers side of things. Rien's catches wind that there are a few players here, but not how many. It's the ult coming through now.
Yeah, the players now make their way, or try to at least, on towards the site comeback. Finding Rien's, and the players are starting to pivot, trying to make their way on towards A, almost denying Vekaj their life. And well, there's plenty of damage on these players if they try to get out of the choke. And well, Heretics are basically on a foot race.
They've already won. They've crossed the finish line. They are waiting for Gentlemates to arrive at the site now. All 4 players through short, they know they're here.
There's only one that's actually got the full health, and not clearing the clock corner is going to be a disaster now. As Heretics did have an advantage to get this over the line. Instead, no, it's back all even. Spike is down, and a post plant to work with.
No control for Gentlemates either. Nothing to work with.
Well, and you've got a late flank coming through. Benji Fishy, will he activate at the right time? Well, the sound has come up at the right time for the players, but they're still trying to get more space. They're still trying to get something in which they can work with, but catching Benji Fishy will actually give a little bit more safety. We're on for the ace. One more to find. Denied. 1 versus 1. Up against Boo! And it'll be props to find it. A Red Bull clutch.
More damning than a clutch in that situation. Such an advantage for Heretics back into the retake. The players all stuck on site. Woot tenderizing them. It was a 3 versus 2, and then in the 2v1, Prox finds his. He won one of these on Ascent as well. You're gonna have impact. That's one way to do it.
The big round 2 win, especially when there's a question mark. With all the players being so low, right, going late in towards that site. And now Heretics, well, they're on an eco, and that's what Gentlemates get for winning that clutch. Although, there's a lot of bodies towards Hookah.
Sheriff's on Heretics. Comeback has found himself the upgrade to the operator, but again, Heretics will strike first in the round. Rien's catches info on the B long play, and this time he's not going to show any hesitation. Mosh pit straight in, and another reaction from Heretics, trying to chase down Kamik as he makes his way out. I think it's comeback they're going to catch here instead. 3 players.
Yeah, he's only going to be good for at least 1 kill, and that he is. It doesn't quite get the second. Tries to double dip, and that's not what you want to be doing at the same time. Gentlemates now look to try and take more space on A and give a little bit of breathing room for this spike to go down.
Once again, it's Mini lurking on this Viper, collecting extra space for the rest of his team, and calling the shots, the macro, so much easier when he doesn't have to focus on the group.
Yeah, well, now all the bodies are here for Heretics, and again, just to note, they are 1 player to the good. Cosmic Divide goes in from the attack, so that there is an easier line to hold. It is Sheriffs, and well, at a closer range will do more damage. No 145 tax, and we're even going to get the showstopper as well from Miniboo, and there's 2 players grouped up towards Showers instead. The ultimate goes elsewhere, on towards the spike. A tap still gets the kill onto Mini. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think this round was going to happen. It's Heretics clutch it from nowhere.
It's a pace safeguard thrifty for them, snatched out of thin air. From right beneath the feet of mates. I said, Heretics and Sheriffs, what could they offer? Comeback does a great job to get away with 1, but like I said before, it's those micro details. He looks for another, gets punished.
Do we have time?
And
there it is. And, well, the Thrash is online in terms of ultimates. Remember that Cosmic Divide being invested in the last round and not getting the value will also be pretty hard to be honest. But that's
not cleared.
Miniboo, not cleared whatsoever. The reveal was good. And Miniboo even goes hunting for the kill and gets what he was looking for. Gentlemates being prey. Looks like they could continue to do so as there's more delay coming through from the defense.
Comeback still has a full belt of utility here though to try and affect the round on the waylay.
Concealment.
Happy to depend upon Benji, who we all know is good at holding these sites. It's his domain, it's his dominion, and unfortunately he's given it up. The crown has been vacated on the B site, and that spike will go down.
It's into elbow yet again. Benji still hanging around, just dictating the pace, holding the smoke, stopping any players from pushing through, but it's between Prox and Comeback. They are the ones that can really shift this in the favor of mates. It's Comeback, in fact, probably by himself now in elbow.
Mates are going to have to be fearless here as the players come through, and Vekaj gets all 4 players with his ultimate, but still traded out. A 2 versus 4 in which they need to clutch, and it's up to Comeback to give us something special, but just misses out. And now Heretics can put a little bit of daylight between them and Gentle Mates.
That was the last couple of bullets as well. I mean, Comeback in a Pacific jersey, you'd never see him miss those final few shots. Something slightly off. And now, out of this round where the tempo was set immediately by Heretics, Gentlemates need some composure. We're gonna call the first timeout of this final map before things start to slip too far away from them. Maybe one player on an angle from deep sight, but that's about it.
Benji just looking to get the information and get out. Doesn't want to be hanging around for too much, and that's already why we see him drop off.
Work's cut out for him. The utility gives him a heads up, and this one way which he's been using with the orb is really nice.
My ultimate is ready.
He doesn't want to run through the toxins too quickly because he'll want his wall perhaps. Not yet knowing if the push is hookah, but it is just straight in the sight, and he deletes Comeback.
Yeah, 100%. The ultimate not opted for, and well, the spike isn't even going to go down either, which is a disaster in terms of Gentle Mates' future rounds. And Heretics, again, very professional and disciplined in dealing with that push.
Own ult cycle. Benji finding those kills, bringing up the pit. Orbital strike, Thrash is there. One off the showstopper, and Woot not too far away either from his own Nightfall, so...
Nice, well played.
Tap of the orb, trying to bait with an audible, but it's not really worked. Still, the stack holds on towards B, and most importantly, Miniboo's up towards long.
Poison Cloud does mean that the Gentlemates players can walk out the side of it without being spotted, and the recall of the Nebula has also called that into question. Once more executing from this area. A flashed Miniboo is one which no longer feels comfortable to stay on the line. Taken down inside of the Molly, but Heretics still have 3 players towards hookah. That's the strong side. All with Phantoms, ready to spray through this smoke at a moment's notice. Comeback trying to fight it. It's Benji with them both. And now twice the numbers. Oh, quickly equalized. Mini and Prox, one of them detained, but he's got onto the other side of the wall. The lip deleted by the orbital strike, and now it is just Mini out in the open. There is no chance. Rian's to claim him. And for all we talked of ultimates, they've been thrown at that round with Heretics coming out the better.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big aspect of it, right? 2 ultimates invested from either side, and well, Heretics come out on top with still some in the back pocket, which will be heartbreaking for the French side as the fans still try to give a little bit of boost to the players.
Yeah. Look, you can't fault them all the way for them to keep their spot, let alone ascension from playoffs, which does feel that much more doable, although improbable right now. Position the previous stage sells you short.
I think the saving grace for Gentle Mates with this buy is the fact that it is bind, and it is close quarters, and there is 3 stingers in which to walk. Miniboo just waits and uses his ultimate at the right time as Heretics confirm an advantage for the second half.
Looking at the play here, it was just util straight through the TP. This is something Mates did a lot themselves with the Waylay, one of its tools, and I have to say too, so straight into the round already without the HUD, but we'll get that fixed for you in just a moment. What I can tell you is that there is a flank coming in from Heretics nice and early. They've already pushed 2 players up through Fountain. Nightfall sent them packing. There's a serious problem on the back line.
Oh, and the players aren't even aware of it. The Nightfall not catching anything, so still hanging about here, Gentle Mates. I mean, at the same time, Heretics right now, like, what they've got what they came for. They've got the advantage, and now they're dipping off.
Yeah, and that's the way that you've got to play it, because all of this is eating into the time bank as well. Further grains of sand hitting the bottom of the hourglass as Gentlemates are slowly shifting their way back up to the spawn barrier.
The worst part about this is if you go towards the Gecko, on the attack side, he has no more utility to use. Really, it's just the wingman. See, exactly, which is not going to be great for trying to bust through the chokes.
How much utility gets committed here by Prox? Do they really want to send this execution, or is it just a fake? The wingman goes out, but without the spike in its hands. And with Prox's position in short, you can see the Gentlemates are looking to take the A site. It's a 4 versus 5 situation. They're a man down, and there's just not enough time. 15 seconds. Finally, the next drop of blood hits the canvas, and it's Kamik to release it. 2 more shots from him. Prox looking the wrong way. Trainer players into Benji, and that spray's done it almost all by himself. Plant is just a mission impossible for Mini.
That when you see Heretics bait for Benji and just being able to drop the spike on the floor right here, buying as much time as possible, and well, from there on, like, if you come off the spike and get the kill.
It requires a Herculean effort.
That it does. And there needs to be a lifeline for that effort to work in the second half. And we're already, it's just bleeding, hitting Gentlemates of any sort of life force. They're trying to pivot towards the B site, but the rotations are quick from Heretics. They're fast.
They've already got the setup here as well. Benji using his own orb to just play around with his food on the site. Devoured one at a time. Come back to close.
Always a chance.
The poster boy of the next generation of Turkish talent. Can he do it here? No. Revealed. Traced by the terror trail through the tube. It's Woot.
Last round in the half.
Put a stake in the heart of Gentlemate's chances. They've got one more opportunity on this half, Cairo, with plenty of ults to throw at it. But rounds like this just look a little bit too lost for my liking.
Yeah, and that's the worst part, right? And it feels like that as loud as the fans are being, it's the sound in the server that matters most, and right now Gentlemates have not got much of a response to how Team Heretics are playing. It's going to be a big ultimate round as it's the last of this first half, and there's plenty in the pockets of both teams. It's going to be a quick play through Showers, as we see right now Miniboo supported by Rienz try to burst through, and they've already got the kills that they were looking for.
Pit down on site as well. Plant's going to come in, but so much space kept held onto by Heretics.
Yeah, that there is, but Combat's gone looking for more and got one for it. 2 versus 3, and it's in favour of the French side, but this could easily go away. Benji Fisher needs to try and clutch up. Goes to the spike, is his pit. Now he can maybe use that to work with, maybe beat out a peak, and as both players are basically fully disconnected. Vekaj low on health as well, but it's the time that's most important, and you know that Mini knows that. He wants to try and get the player off the spike.
Full stake!
And he's trying to go for it, but it's just a bit too cheeky. And Gentlemates will get that lifeline that we spoke about.
Another 9-3 half, not the first that we've seen. Defender-sided dominance is the headline for this game, as are the comebacks. Could there be one more on the cards? Gentlemates will take the stage, and we'll find out after the break.
One enemy.
It's extremely interesting, always looking to try and innovate.
Or just the most effective and create their own norms, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, even here, seeing Woot on the fade, one of now a list of 9 agents that he has in his repertoire. Waylay debuted in the first map of this series. But 2 overtimes later, here we are. Another pistol round.
I need a stop.
Makes defense starting with Prox, firing a couple shots down the length of short. Should very quickly be removed from position. Lamps under the Heretics banner as they move into post.
That spike being down and the space being taken, and you've got to be looking at Benji playing late through Showers, but he's caught out.
Yeah, that's huge. Benji on a dime though here, needs to try and take some of the fights. His Sheriff's been so good this stage. It's not the shots he was looking for. Down to 10 HP, the health pool on Heretic starting to dwindle as mates begin to work on that spike defuse. Mini's hands are busy. He's going to hold the line the entirety of the way through. The rest of the mates have got his back, and between the two controllers, they keep the tempo even.
And the big thing about it is that's the way you want to start your comeback, right? With a pistol round, with the anti-eco, and hopefully a convincing bonus.
Seeing here as well just how that Waylay utility looks on defense in the retakes. We know that Gentlemates like to burst back in together. It was a missed molly actually. We just bounced off the wheel or something.
Yeah, but I also think that that molly was far too late anyway, so I don't think it would have stopped the defuse coming through. Again, another post. Oh, well, Kamek has no head.
When Comeback did it, it brought Gentlemates to a post plant, one which Heretics were able to retake convincingly. And here, Vekaj has the monopoly on information. He will begin to work his way towards short and claim further knowledge about what the setup for Heretics looks like. They are building their forces outside of B, taking it from long side, and there is no second layer. No second option, I should say. They can't go A. It's an all-in.
Have to.
Oh,
It's definitely not, and now there's that Gecko flash missing out. The Dizzy, it does at least grab one, but Mini playing in front of the utility, looks to try and collect all the players, and he makes it look easy.
yeah, perhaps.
Feels a peekaboo right here as Mini Boot gets the entry into the round, and I mean, from here, just a shoot gallery, Mini just trying to warm up into the second half.
Nice! Let's go.
Mini does still have the Viper Wall, and there's been...
Oh, I wonder, is Heretics right now thinking about potentially a late pivot through the TP? I mean, with all that utility expended, it's maybe trying to fake out, but I don't know about that that position.
This is a B execution, especially with Rians now pathing through the cave to support the rest of his team. As I said, Mini still has the snake bite. There's a mosh pit here as well. They can stall out as long as those toxins will last. Astra utility arriving too. 20-second mark hit. Finally, Heretics needing to make a move. Minibu at the front of the queue, taken down by Kamek with his Sheriff in hand. Has to get this spike plant in, and Vekaj up so close with the Stinger, could play to deny it, but shut down with an even trade. 3-on-3 mates still without the weapons.
Yeah, I mean, Comeback still has that refract, so he can take that first engagement and get out, but there's still more utility that the attack have to delay, and that's through that last smoke used.
Staving off this push. Elbow still out in the open air. Comeback forced to hold on this angle as the rest of his team group up to make the play. Kamek, empty utility belt. No chance for an easy defuse here. You've got to go right under the nose of Heretics, and the watchful eye of Boo calling the shots. Commander-in-Chief, it is comfortable for them to take 10.
Round, but they will be taking. I'll take a few to get there. Yeah, overall, nice in the end. Gentlemate's doing well to keep it close and make it interesting.
Amazing,
again,
boys! Benji! Good job, baby.
Still slow. No audibles given away, but finally will be through that prowler. Comeback, still reserved in his positioning.
The shoulders, the 18-year-old again. He has risen to the task so far in this map, and the plant has been slowed at the very least. Now position revealed, Vekaj dropped. It's really just come back in a position right now where he can challenge Heretics. The horn coming in.
You know, Prox just wants a time and he wants a chance to bust out from the smoke.
All of them do. It's a powder keg backside, and Gentlemates are finally ready to play. Here is Prox onto the bench, sits down 2 players, and now they've got numbers. It's back towards B, and a huge 1 versus 1. Kamek looking to find Miniboot. Decayed all the way down. He just needs 1, but can't buy the time. The rotate's coming late, the spike is in, and we're all even.
That's where we are, and there's no utility left for the attack, so right now they have to depend on gunfights and playing off of one another.
Comeback at the front. Rest of mates falling behind him as Heretics have dropped off into elbow, and there's no utility to stop this defuse. Were it to be stuck, but it's Rians instead that dons the cape again. Mini trying to make it happen. needs a masterclass in this 1v1 where he's got his back turned. He's completely lost Wu. Has no idea where he is. Still double checking the spray.
You look at the buy, it seems like it's one step too far right now. Especially when you think of the advantage in the round that they had. Kamek didn't need to sit backside. He could have easily just dipped out and waited for the support.
Guys,
but
look,
instead,
are you
no.
ready? I'm a f***ing Spider-Man, bro. I'm spitting on them. Pew, pew, pew.
Problem right now for Gentlemates is that 4 of their weapons thrives at close range, right? As soon as you start to take those longer lines of sight, that's where Heretics are going to thrive. It's only really Bekaj that can live with that, right, through his Guardian.
And he's the player in position to take that first jewel on the chin. Stalwart in position, not able to get out of tower. Kamek in backside as well, playing with the
30
stinger.
seconds left.
Got to get up in the grill of Heretics, and when they try and do it,
Spike
Benji
planted.
just shuts it down immediately. Comeback trying to pounce, nearly had the pit in transition, but it's all falling apart. They know where Mini is, and Mini Boo will sit him down. 5 versus 2, no weapons to save, no money, no silver linings for Gentlemates. Heretics have them exactly where they want them. Just waiting to walk out and seize that 12th round for themselves.
Enemy remaining.
That's exactly it. Last couple players looking to get it finished off right here, right now. Finally, we reach map and series point, and it's one in which you expect Heretics to convert from.
In the top flight, you have to say, I mean, look, you go down 0-2 here. As I said before, there are no easy games. It just feels so different. Heretics are a level above. First 30 seconds are spent fairly idly. Heretics just being diligent across the map, now grouping up for the short hit. Wu is the one detached from the pack.
The explosion comes through, and well, Heretics get basically all of the site for free. The showstopper, even nets come back as that spike goes down.
Immediately, everything taken away, and now Gentlemates have nothing to fall back on. There's a Cosmic Divide here from Prox, which should force Heretics to be fighting more on site, but Boo still has his molly. He can sit back and make it work.
Well, Wu tries to take a step too far here, but setting up Mini Boo, he makes it look good, and Heretics make it look easy. Whatever challenge you face them, whatever gap they have to come back from, they are ready to do it.
This is a team built on those experiences. That's what you really want to know. Where are their heads at? One foot in front of the other. That's how they made those comebacks happen.